Alright, hello everyone, Sonnet here. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on vertex colors. Now, I know, for example, Joe HTL, he has, done tutorials, but those for, I think, Blender 2.8, so slightly older versions of Blender. We're going to be doing this tutorial in Blender 3.6, because just a few things have changed, and I'll just showcase how I do it. So, we're using Cool Shroom cliffs here, just to put vertex colors in these little bits, because why not? So to get started, we're gonna select the material we want to use, and we're gonna go to the shading tab. So we're gonna hold Control and right click and cut that little connection. Let me just go out there so you can see. And now we'll do Shift A, and then color, and then we'll do mix color, and then input, and then color attribute. And now we're going to put the color of this base color into the A, and the color attribute into B. And then in the color attribute, you must click on this little thing, vertex colors, and then where it says mix, you change that to multiply. Drag the result here into the base color, clamp result, factor 1, and now it should look the exact same. And then this is when we go into vertex paint, and if we do that, you can see it should work now. Now obviously you can there's a few settings on the brush I like to change. I like to add accumulate. It does make it a little more dramatic, but still I think accumulate is what I usually use. Yeah, I guess. Now obviously because this is a Mario Kart Wii track and you've only got about, on maximum about 25k to 30k tries, obviously you might need to make things a little, you might need to use the knife tool, for example. I didn't do that right, did I? But you might need to change some things just so that vertex paint works. Because it's different, because this is a SketchUp track, so the actual, and because it's a SketchUp track, it's got really weird topology. And the closest we can do here is put there, and wherever that is. Which doesn't seem to work. Oh. No, because it shouldn't be there. Alright, well we'll just have to work around that. The walls are going to be a bit easier because there's a lot more tries in the walls, but we'll just have to leave it like that, I guess. So now we can also do vertex alpha, where we plug, instead of the color, we plug the alpha in, and then it would be, say for example, Volcanic Skyway 4 that has vertex alpha on the clouds. But yeah, let's do it with the wall now. I'll do it at my regular speed. Click the wrong thing. Always remember to set that to this sort of thing to vertex colors. And now what we're going to do is I might just try and subdivide this so that it gets painted along the middle. Let's see if that works good. So we'll put it along the middle. There we go. How many tries are we looking at? Not much. So yeah, we'll just paint just the middle in. Now obviously you can change the radius of the brush as well. And also you might want to change the strength so that the outside will be slightly darker, for example. Like that. That looks a lot better now. Just the way it kind of just does that. It could also be used for stuff like shadows, but we're not using it. Actually, and we're technically using it for shadows, but not what I mean. But there's also another thing that I want to show in the KCL, and technically in the blight. But yeah, it's a very good tip. So if you have too many tries, you don't have to subdivide, obviously. And now we're just gonna turn down the shape, maybe turn it up just a little bit. And now the reason it's called vertex paint is because it paints along the vertexes or the vertices. So you need to remember that, because I used to not realise that. But yeah, so now your vertex paint is practically done. Obviously we're gonna. Oh, actually no, it's not obvious. So if you have ReStudio, then let me just show. Let me just get to it. Okay, so in the ReStudio zip, if you just unzip it, it's probably, yeah. So if you use ReStudio, you're pretty familiar with this. If you use Procreate, then you're probably not. But all you need to do is download it, and you'll see ReStudio Blender.py. So we're gonna go to Edit, Preferences, and then Install, and then we're gonna locate the add-on and install it. And once we've installed it, we export as BRES, and then so the reason that we convert it straight as a BRES is because there's issues with FBX conversions. So the regular way to do it is by converting your oh, sorry, I can't speak. So your model becomes an FBX. Yeah, you export your model as an FBX and then you turn it into a DAE for the game. But yeah, anyways, that's all we need to do now. And now, just another interesting thing. We'll just open this up. Now this is completely optional, so you don't have to, but it definitely looks a bit better. So all we're going to do is we're going to grab our KCL, import it. So here's the KCL. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, for example, into this part. Now I'm going to have to probably use the knife tool to just... Don't know where the knife tool's actually going. Wow, it's messed up. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, never mind, I won't do it then. Cause this track's got pretty bad topology for it. But, I'll say what you'd need to do. So you'd get into the bit where, you know, it's underground. And then, oh wait, about this tunnel. Ah, there we go. So you keep it as the same, but you'd add a shadow. And now this, and then this is for the blight. So just export that KCL. You don't want to change too much, just the shadow. And then we'll go here. Oh yeah, there's a textures folder created with texo files. Also for ReStudio exporting, you don't actually have to use ReStudio after. You can still use Brulcrate if that's your preferred choice. So let's export our blight. Let me just... There we go. So do I have our blight? Do I have the... Okay, no. Right, let me just grab the post effect editor. Now I know there's a few more post effect editors now, but it's not what we're worried about really. So here, ID 001. Basically we'll take this as a basis. So this is in hex. So we'll take 808078. So this shadow is what goes like over funky or whatever thing you're using. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the values to be darker so it looks like an actual shadow. So we'll decrease everything. We'll decrease the first value by 3. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Now you'll see there are some that are just like completely white, and yeah, they just are. So this is a bit more of a deeper grey now. And then alpha, I don't think alpha really matters much, but we'll decrease it just a bit because I did make the shadows a bit crazy. Alright, yeah, it looks good. Alright, so yeah, now we'll just save. Let's do a double save because it tells you. Almost gaslights you, but in a good way. So now we're just gonna export. Oh, no, we're gonna grab our KCL. And yeah, so after that, the whole thing is practically the same process. So we just open up our course model, and we are just gonna need to just put in the animations and whatnot. You don't have to change the shader because the shaders have already been changed to use the vertex colors. So hopefully, if all was done correctly, we'll go into no clip, and now, oh wow, and now this will happen. You know, you'll have dark textures in underneath like the cave. Obviously, it's not too perfect, but it's good enough. I mean, in this track, it's not perfect. If you design your tunnels so that can work, it is better. Another option is always making a dark texture, but that is a bit more resource heavy, and there's a little less point to it. But yeah, so I'll cut to when the actual track's all working. Okay, so I've had to fix a few things, which wasn't related to the track. It was just no, it wasn't related to the vertex colours. It was related to the track. But hopefully now everything should be working fine. Oh, you'll see the vertex in a sec. And just oh, all right, here we go. So now it just looks a little more realistic to how it actually is. I mean, that random triangle kind of ruins the illusion, but it looks good. It looks good still. And then obviously we've got the rainbow texture. And then there we go. And then we'll have the very mediocre one. I can't really get this to work with the geometry, but it kind of works a bit. And then I made sure to keep all the animations the same and everything else, so it's practically the same track. Because obviously, remaking the course model, obviously I have to re-implement stuff like the animations, so it's fine now. So you've got that. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.